Hello. My biggest fear has just happened. I've been yapping for like, I don't even know how long. Not that long, but like, I've been yapping a bunch. And I was like, you know what? I stopped. I was like, you know what? Let me check to see if I'm recording. And I checked. Let me reenact it right now. Am I recording? Let me check. Go. And now we're here. But hello. My name, if you do not know me, if you do, hi. If we haven't talked in a while, I'm sorry. I've just been going through a lot. I hope you can understand. If not, hopefully through watching these videos, you can learn to forgive me for not being a good friend. But my name is Tiffany. I'm 23 years old. I live in Brooklyn, New York. Wow. Specifically South Brooklyn. I'm not gonna say where because I don't want people to know exactly where I live, but South Brooklyn. If you don't know what that means, you can Google it. Google is free. But they banned TikTok, y'all. Like a bunch of you guys, I'm here because I don't like Instagram. I don't like using their reels. I don't want to. And then like there's Facebook. Nah. I was telling my sister, like the Gen X generation, which is my mom, so I have proof. My mom and like my friends' parents, because they're on the same generation, they were born around the same time. Like that's their generation. My mom's generation. She loved her what was it called? It was Friendster or MySpace. MySpace. That was a Friendster MySpace era. And she talks about it all the time of like, oh my gosh, they took it away. I don't know exactly what happened. Actually, again, Google is free. Let me look it up there. Let me see if I'm recording because I have PTSD. We're just having like a little morning talk. Just let me get my charger too, because it's gonna be a minute. Where's my phone is here. Hello, I'm using it to record. Duh. I'm so happy because the charger for my laptop is the same charger for my phone. So now I only have to think about one charger because I'm very, very forgetful. I've lost many phones, plural, iPhones. Keep in mind, I'm not privileged. I'm not. My parents, they bought me my phone. My dad is a bus driver. My mom is a babysitter. I don't know how, but thank you guys. They bought these phones for me because I lost it. And they didn't even have me wait like a week, a month. They're like, let me see. No, like on the spot. They're like, you lost your phone. Okay, let's go tomorrow because you need one. And they bought me the newest iPhone. So I'm so very blessed. Like I said, I'm privileged because I have parents that love me, but not privileged in a sense where I'm rich and wealthy in money. Yeah, because I'm not. But we work really hard for what we have, so we earn everything that we own. Which a lot of people live by. And I'm not saying just like, I'm poor. I'm not saying that only the poor people have this. Obviously, a bunch of wealthy people worked for the wealth that they have. And like, I'm trying to get to where you are. What was I gonna look Oh yeah, Friendster. What happened to Friendster? Let me put my phone or just everything on do not disturb because, or let me text. Here's a pro tip for you guys. This is me. I like to give advice. You can take it or whatever. Like, I don't care, but regardless, I'm gonna say what I need to say. You can take it like I said, or you can bloop, bloop, whatever. I'm not gonna be offended. I just wanna say it because I can. And you don't have to listen because you don't have to. Like I said, I was gonna put my everything on do not disturb, but I have a boyfriend and he's asleep, and I hung up on him last night because we were sleeping and it was 2 a.m. but I was still awake and I was doing a lot of research, and I was just like, I'm using my laptop and I'm wasting a lot of energy just by charging my phone to keep it on because I'm on FaceTime with him, but I'm not even talking, so I hung up. Not because I hate him, because I was trying to save energy. But now I'm gonna text him, hey, or you know what, good morning, I'm filming a video, so I'm going on the end but text me. I'll respond when I can. Love you to the moon and back. Wow. So see, like, I said what I needed to say, and I know he's an overthinker, so I made sure I said I love you to the moon and back, and I said mwah. I don't care if it's corny, I love him, so I'm gonna show him that. Let me put my phone and everything on do not disturb. Where is it? Focus. Do not disturb. I'm assuming. Yes, it is, because the moon is there. Let me look up what happened to Friendster. It officially ceased to exist as a company on July 1st, 2018. That's kind of later than I expected. In my mind, when my mom says Friendster, I'm just like, that's like in 2005. This is 2018, which means I was 17. I was in high school, which means I could have been using Friendster, but I was using Facebook. So to get to my point, Gen X, let me save energy. I told my sister the other day, because she's my bestie, other than Jordan, who's my other bestie. They're my besties. And Jordan's my lovey. I was telling at the Kim that my mom, she had Friendster and MySpace. I should have looked up MySpace, but you know what I mean. Like, before Facebook, it was MySpace and Friendster, and that's their thing. And then Ate Michelle, who is my older sister, she's 31. I don't know. How old is Justin Bieber? They're the same age. How old Justin Bieber is, that's how old my sister is. That's the same year, 1994. Whatever the math is, let's see. It's 2025, 1990. So she's 31. Or she's going to turn 31. She's 30, she's about to turn 31. Let me take a sip. Her thing was Facebook. And I remember, like, when I was little and in elementary school, and she would be taking pictures in the bathroom and taking videos in our room, because we shared a room. Like I said, we weren't privileged. I shared a room with two of my older sisters in a one-bedroom apartment. But yeah, she would be taking videos of herself, like jamming to, I don't know what song it is, but it's like, talking about that here and there, throw my name everywhere, 'cause honey, I'm mad. Yeah, helping me out with all your hater. It's Hater Love. That's a song. Sorry, sometimes I have to sing. The title of the song is gonna be in the lyrics, but so I have to sing it. That's just me. Whatever. If you hate it, you hate it. I don't care. That's just me. If you do it too, yeah, do it with me. If not, it's okay. You can join if you want to. If you haven't started, you can do it now. Whatever. All I'm saying is that if you don't do it, celebrate it regardless if you don't. And that goes with anything. That goes with any quirk. I'm quirky. I've been told I'm quirky. I've been told I'm weird, and I've accepted it. I know I'm weird. I know I'm quirky, but I've accepted it. Yeah. Oh, like I was saying, she was making videos like that for Facebook. And then when my sister and I were growing up, we had Facebook. But then when I was in middle school, I remember, like, growing up, I mean, like, I was on social media pretty young. Like, I was on Facebook. Don't tell them. Oh, I know a lot of people were on it too. I was really young in elementary school on Facebook, because that's just how I was texting people. I didn't have a phone, so I would use Facebook Messenger. It was a way for me to communicate with people, like social media. That's how I was social with my friends outside of school, because we didn't live that close by. Or my mom, you know, she didn't have a job because she was a stay-at-home mom, and she wanted to make sure we were safe, so she didn't really want us outside all the time, and that's okay. Like, I understand she wanted us to be safe. Yeah, I used Facebook to text my friends outside of school. So I wasn't doing anything crazy. It was a way for me to text before I had a phone. And then I got to middle school and I went to Mark Twain in Coney Island. If you know, you know. That's what I mean by South Brooklyn, Coney Island. Yeah, that's where I'm at. But yeah, I went to middle school there. And my friends were wealthy, and I was always jealous. Like, I've grown up to, be appreciative for them because, their parents worked hard, or whoever in their family down the line worked for whatever wealth came for the first time into the family. Like, someone down the line had to work hard. So I'm grateful for that person, that my friend could live the way that they were living, because they had the newest iPhones. My friend, I'm not gonna say her name because out of respect to her privacy, but she was just like, "Do you want an iPod Nano?" Which I believe was like the little square ones, the ones that you can like clip to, I don't know, anything, like to your sweater, to your collar. It had a little clippy clip, but it was just a screen, like a little square. And she's like, "Do you want one for free? My dad can get you one for free." And I'm like, "Yes, I want one." And I don't remember if she ever gave me one. I'll ask my mom later, but I'm not sure. That's what I mean by wealthy. And like, she was, you know how like there's always that meetup place if you're going to prom. I had a 8th grade prom, like a lot of people did. You always meet at that one friend's house, because you need a meetup spot. And we were taking a limo. Like I said, they were privileged. I was not, but I was so grateful that I had friends that, gave me the opportunity to take a limo to prom in the 8th grade. And I only spent like $10 because we split this limo with like 15 girls. So that's a lot. But it was fun. Obviously, it was only like a 20-minute ride. Yeah, in middle school, I was using Instagram, and like it started in middle school. I remember that was the beginnings of it, because I remember getting my first few followers, and I was making sure all my friends followed me on Instagram. That was like the beginning. It was your friends were following you so you can keep in contact. Like, I wasn't using Facebook anymore. Like, Instagram was a new Facebook. So Facebook was left to Etta Michelle. My generation had Instagram. Or, well, technically, okay, so the first half, the older part of my generation, my sister and I, Etta Kim and I, our generation, we had Instagram. And Instagram in the beginning, it was a way of us, following your friends. And I remember going to school after I made my account, because my friends already had an Instagram. I wasn't the first one. I didn't know what it was. I didn't have an iPhone. My friends were just like, "Yeah, I use Instagram on my iPhone. You should like follow me on Instagram." I'm like, follow Instagram, iPhone? I don't have any one of those. But somehow I found a way. I found a way to follow them on Instagram. And I remember the first few followers being my 6th grade friends. I was in the 6th grade, so I found a way. I found a way to connect to them. I don't know how. I didn't have an iPhone until like the 8th grade, but I think I had an iPod. I think that's what it was. They gave me an iPod, but your iPod, it's like a phone without cellular data. And you need data to basically use anything, because that's the internet. And everything uses the internet. Texting. Well, texting, you can use like cellular data, but even then, the iPod didn't have that. So you needed Wi-Fi. Because it was an iPod, not an iPhone. An iPod, so you need Wi-Fi. And I didn't have the school's Wi-Fi, so I just walked around with this iPod pretending it was an iPhone, because I didn't want anyone to know. And I had like this little fuzzy case. Oh, well, that was when I got an iPhone. But I got like the cutest cases and the cutest accessories, because I didn't have like the actual thing I wanted, which is the iPhone. So I kind of compensated, because I wanted the iPhone, but I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm grateful I have the iPod, because at least I have something, but let me get something cute so I can feel a little bit better about it. And I did. I got like a little fuzzy, if I have a picture, like a little fuzzy teddy bear case. I remember I loved it so much. That was my Facebook. So my app was Instagram, and I loved Instagram. I posted all my artsy fartsy stuff all the way into like high school. I remember I was like modeling, and I was like, I'm a model. In my mind, I was like, let me post so I can post on Instagram. And I was really insecure growing up. I was just never convinced that I had what it I had what it took to follow my dreams. So not even achieve, just follow. I didn't have the yeah, I didn't have the self-esteem to try because I was so scared of failing. But why? I was scared of failing because I didn't want to look stupid. Like, I would have rather looked cool and not do anything that I knew I wanted to pursue. So, like, I hung out with quote unquote the cool kids on occasion. Like, the cool kids meaning like the kids that all the kids were talking about because they had like the coolest clothes, or they were the most attractive in their class, or they were the richest, or they were the quote unquote the cutest, you know, like that's important when you're young. But I remember like I always felt out of place when I was hanging out with those people. Let me hug Eggy. This is Eggy. Or let me hug Troy. I went Troy at Dax Dinorama, which is closed. RIP. I used to work there, but that's a different video. Instagram. Artsy fartsy. And then, yeah, up until high school, even up until like college, I have like, I'll post boom, boom. Well, I don't know. Whatever, here. Different pictures. Boom, boom, boom. 3 different ones. Even keep one right here. This is me in college. This is me in college on Instagram. I loved me some Instagram. This is like pre-pandemic, and even like during the pandemic, I think I was on it more. Like, I used it as an outlet for me to share my creativity. Like, I was painting. If like, I'll show you right. I don't know if I showed you guys, but this is a painting I did of Angel during COVID, and then this during COVID, and then this after COVID, like 2022. And it's when you find out who you are, you find out what you need. If you know, you know. That's from The Princess and the Frog. This tattoo is, well, a lot of people, when they think about it, they think of like the second star to the right, Peter Pan. When I think about it, I think about The Princess and the Frog. And you know how like I love these movies. You know how the little firefly dies and then he loves Evangeline. I'm pretty sure that's the name of his girlfriend, which is the star in the sky, who he believes is his girlfriend, right? Evangeline. When he dies, a second star ends up right next to it, and that's what this tattoo means to me. Because in that movie, they have the song that has "When you find out who you are, you find out what you need." It's Dig a Little Deeper, if you want to know exactly. Mama Odie sings this to Princess Tiana. Yeah, I got this tattoo because when you find out who you are, you find out what you need. But that's a different video. But basically, I use Instagram. It's straight. If not, we're shaking. Here, I want to be comfy. This thing has a wire, and I love that it's a heated blanket, which you shouldn't keep on yourself for a long time. I just get really cold. I'm gonna turn it off after like probably 30 minutes or an hour. Let's be real, an hour. But this just keeps getting in the way. I use Facebook as a way for me to share my hobbies and share my passions and share just things that inspire me. Obviously, like during COVID, everyone was trapped at home, everyone is going crazy. And so the people that already had hobbies were fanning the flame. You know what I mean? They were kind of like feeding those passions by giving them energy, giving them attention, and giving them time. And I was too. I was drawing a bunch. I was painting a bunch. It was kind of like mania. I thought I had mania. I was just painting a bunch. Am I recording? After a while, I kind of became so influencer based, where it was just like, oh, like this girl is really, really pretty. And it wasn't a lie. A lot of girls that blew up on Instagram are gorgeous. Like, I would be their friend just because they're beautiful, and you can tell they have like really pure souls, a lot of them. But it got so vain where people were just posting just to post. And I was posting to share my my passions, and I'm a victim to it too. I started posting just for the likes, just for the comments. I was like, I want to look my best. I want to look the prettiest. I want to look the most beautiful. I want to wear the like it got to the point where like I would go out just to take pictures for like an hour, not even 30 minutes, and then come back inside just to post, just to post. I was posting before during COVID when nothing was really important, when no one had to go to work, when no one, had to go to school. People like me, like I'll use myself as an example. You can agree, you don't have to agree, whatever. This is just my experience, but I was like, I'm bored as hell. What do I want to do? And like I it took a while for me to be like, hey, you like to do stuff. I don't know why you're just laying like you don't have hobbies. Like, hello, this is me to myself. Hello. Don't you want to draw or something? Remember? You like doing that. Don't you remember you like doing that? Look at the bunch of sketchbooks that you've had since you were little. You like drawing. So why are you laying? Why are you napping for the whole day? Just go and draw. If you're bored, draw something. Watch a movie. Read a book. You don't want to read? Then watch a movie. Okay, we can't go for a walk. It's COVID. This is still me to myself, by the way, if you're not caught up. But you know what I mean? Like, yes, I was bored. Yes, I was really depressed. But I picked myself out of it because it got to the point where I was just like, I'm tired of being depressed. Like, this shit is so boring. It's so, so boring. It felt good in the moment because I'm like, I have no job, I have no school, I have nothing to do. But like after like a week, I don't even know how long, I'm gonna say even months of me doing that, I was like, okay, this is boring now. I've been sad for enough, for long enough. So let me find something to do. If I'm bored, okay, let me not be bored because I don't like the feeling of being bored. Let me figure it out then, right? Because no one's gonna figure it out for me. I've been waiting for months. The only thing that can change this is me. So I was like, I like to draw. Let me just start. Right? Let me drink this. I convinced myself that it's been so long since I last drew a picture. It's the last time. Like, I don't even know where my pencils are. I don't know where my sketchbooks are. I don't want to draw on, like, when I was younger, I used to draw on, like, printer paper because it's the same thing. Like, it's paper and I used a pencil. But I used anything. I used cardboard to draw. I just wanted to draw when I was little. But, yeah, I convinced myself, like, I don't know how to draw anymore because I haven't done it in a while. That's not true. Say I broke my leg, right? It's still gonna be functional, it just has to heal. Like a bunch of people have broken their legs I know of, right? You know of. Celebrities I know of. And they're walking now, right? They broke their leg and that was tragic. Like it hurt, it was painful. I'm not taking that away. Like they couldn't walk for a while. I don't know how long the healing process is. It varies from person to person, right? And that's okay. But they all have one thing in common. Well, most people. Some people aren't so blessed or aren't so grateful to have the privilege of walking again because of other complications. But the majority of people who have broken their leg, they can walk again. They just had to take the time to heal. But something like that is muscle memory. Just because you broke your leg doesn't mean, and you haven't walked for like 6 months, doesn't mean that you're not gonna be able to walk again. You've been walking for your whole life. Obviously, you're gonna know how to walk. Same thing with anything. Same with my drawing. Okay, not everyone is like me. I've been drawing since I was little, and it's me not bragging, it's just a fact. I've been drawing since I was really little. It was just my way of expressing myself when I felt alone. I felt frustrated when I didn't know what to do, when I was bored, when just anything. When I wanted to express myself and I was frustrated and I didn't know how, I put all that energy into drawing, into art, into painting, into sculpting, into anything that was artistic. and it turned into music, which is also artistic. I love to sing. I taught myself basic piano, but I can still play a few songs. I'll play some songs if you guys want. Let me know down in the comments. But same with the ukulele. I'm not that good, but still taught myself a little bit. Guitar is really hard, especially because I don't have nails right now, but I love nails, and that's harder with guitar. If you know, you know. A lot of people haven't started a passion for as long as me. I started, let's be honest, I started drawing, and I have the proof, since I was like 3. And I'm 23. That's 20 years of me working on this passion. Obviously, I'm gonna be quite good at it, I want to say, because I put in the time, I put in the energy, I put in the practice. I can say I'm good at it because I put in the work. Same with singing. Well, singing I started later. I want to say maybe 10 is when I started taking it more seriously. 10 or 12, I don't know how old you are when you go into middle school, because middle school I went to school specialized for singing. But music, I always loved music. Even now, it's when I don't know how to put my feelings into words, especially with my boyfriend, because he doesn't quite understand how I'm feeling sometimes, because we don't have the same experiences, and that's okay. I use music to explain it because we both love music. We both have a passion for music, and we've both been listening for music for a long time, right? That's a passion that we've been cultivating for so long. So we both have that. That's something we share. That's a shared interest we have. So we have a lot of songs that we know. We both listen to Janae. We both listen to, who else do we listen to? We both listen to Bad Bunny. It's like stuff like that. But I listen to Broadway, and he listens to what's his name? Like, even I don't remember his name. He made the song. Oh, Playboi Carti. He listens to Playboi Carti. He's like Playboi Carti's biggest fan. He was supposed to go to the concert that he canceled, which he would go to your concert. Playboi Carti, if you're listening, if you do a concert, my boyfriend will be there. If anyone will buy a ticket, it's my boyfriend. So if you need one sale, he will literally buy the ticket. Like, I'll literally put all my money hands down that he will buy that ticket, given that it's a reasonable price that a lot of people can afford, and you give one ticket, that man, not even 1 millisecond, it would be like a new record of the fastest like time recorded. He would get that ticket. Just saying. But you see how like the range. I don't really listen to Playboi Carti. Like, I love that song by The Weeknd, like Timeless. That one, love him. But like, I wouldn't say he's my favorite artist. Lizzie McAlpine, mwah, yes, mine. He wouldn't say so, and that's okay. I'm not gonna hate him, but he would still listen to her with me because he knows I love her, and he's open to listening to it. And I'm open to listening to Playboi Carti. Like, I went to a Travis Scott concert with him at MetLife recently, and I remember telling him, like, I'm nervous, I don't know all the words, blah blah blah. He's like, it's okay, you just have to be there and have fun. No one really cares if you don't know the words. Most of the people don't know the words anyway, so you're not gonna be the only one. Whatever, who cares? But you see what I mean? We share the same passions and whatever. I use music because we share the same passion. And when I don't know how I'm feeling emotionally, I remember we got into an argument, and I don't think it wasn't that I didn't know how to explain it. I'm very good with my words, but I think it was just I felt so exhausted trying to explain this to him, which is fine. It takes a lot of energy trying to explain your emotions because we still haven't, really explored them enough to be experts at them. And that's okay. But I remember we were in the car and we were fighting, and it felt like I felt so tired, and I know he was too, and I played Pancakes for Dinner by Lizzie McAlpine. If you don't know that song, go ahead and look it up. Like, Lizzie deserves all the listens she can get. I won't play it, but I will tell you the lyrics in it. Let me look up the lyrics. You see how happy it makes me? It's because I remember this memory. Emotion is tied to a lot of things, and we need to get better at understanding it, because even now I'm so happy. Happy is an emotion, and it's linked to a memory, which is how we live our life, through memories. So it's Pancakes for Dinner, Lizzie and Burbank. I have a lot of cats. Also, I don't care, I smoke weed. If it comes out later, it's legal. I bought this legally at a dispensary. I'll put the here. I smoke weed. It helps me creatively. I'm not addicted to it, but I use it too. Talk about a bunch of stuff. I'm someone who's college educated. I don't have my degree, but I can show you my transcript. I've taken enough psychology classes to, and ace them, have gotten good grades in them, to be knowledgeable in the topics that I talk about, even though I don't have a degree. My last few classes that I didn't take are statistical based, statistical analysis based, which I don't really want to do. If I'm the one conducting the experiments, I don't want to be doing all that math. I don't like math. Like I said, I took the classes that I needed to be talking about this. Thank you. In this song, it's like, oh, and to tell you is too scary. And I'll just say something else, right? To tell you how I'm feeling. To give you an example, like imagine I have a boyfriend. I would know this is from personal experience. You're having an argument with him, regardless of what it's about. You're having an argument and you can't really seem to find common ground, right? And you're like, I love you so much, but at this point, it's not even about being right. I just want us to love each other again. And I know we love each other, but I want you to like me. Pretend you're in that space. If you can't, just listen to the words then and feel it. But if you are capable of doing that, pretend you're that girl that I'm, or that guy even. Just roles reverse. Or just take gender away completely. Away. Take it away. Imagine you're that person just feeling defeated because you want the person you love to understand you, but they're not. And you're trying everything and you're being kind and you don't want to hurt their feelings because you love them and you want them to love you, but they're just not understanding. And it's like, what do I need to say? This is the song I gave to him. She says, oh, and to tell you it's too scary, so I'll just say something else. And I wish that you could hear me when I talk to myself. But this plane might not land safely. So what the hell do I have to lose if I just tell you? And I think I'm someone, like, hello, I just explained this tattoo, but I'm someone that is very sentimental. I keep my emotions attached to things. And if that makes me a woman, then I'm a woman. I love being a woman. And if that makes me a woman, I'm a woman. This song, to me, the way I kind of resonate with it, you don't have to. You can have a different connotation of it. You can have a different interpretation, but this is just mine. You can agree. You can disagree. Whatever. This is just me. If I'm just here because there's some people that don't know how to express their emotions and don't know how to put it into words. And there are those people that are the person that I explained. I just want to be myself and be accepted by the people that love me, but I don't know what to tell them to make them completely understand and love me for who I am. Right. This is how I interpret things, right? It's basically saying, and to tell you it's too scary, so I'll just say something else. A lot of us are scared to talk about the hard stuff. The mushy gushy. I'm so girly. Like, let's talk about it. It's controversial, but no one wants to talk about it. Why don't we like talking about our emotions? Everything is linked to our emotions. Songs make us feel. Books make us feel. Like newspaper headlines make us excited, happy, sad, nervous. Like that's emotion. Is it not? How would you define emotion? That's a human feeling, right? And those are feelings that I get. Like sometimes I read a headline and I'm like, that's amazing. Like a veteran reunited with a child that they haven't seen in like 5 years. But then I also see a turtle that's been hurt, because of pollution in the water. Like they're two different emotions, but they're the same. They're still evoking an emotion regardless of what the emotion is. It's the same function. The news outlet made me feel something. And that goes with everything. Music makes me feel something. Sometimes when I'm stressed, I just need to sit and I just need air and I just need to be by water. Sorry, I'm taking off my rings. I want to be more comfy. A lot of people are just scared to talk about emotions when our whole world is based on emotion. Whether you want to believe it or not, it is. The one thing we all have, well, there's two things we have in common. The first thing is that we're all gonna die, right? No one wants to talk about it. It's like, don't talk about death, but it's true. Whether you want to ignore it or not, at one day, it could be me in an hour. God forbid, me in like 60 years, 70 years, 100 years from now, right? It could, same with my mom, same with my sister, same with that person that lives across the street. They're gonna die too. That's one thing humans have in common. The second thing, we can all feel. We all have the ability to have feeling. We feel. And those two things we share. One is not more true than the other. They're both facts. If you think I'm making these statements out of emotion, like factually, these things are true. Two things that are true about human beings. One, we're all gonna die. Two, we all have the ability to feel emotion. Of course, there's a different spectrum to the extent to which we can feel this emotion, and that's okay. A lot of us, we're not all the same. We're all like snowflakes, different patterns, and that's okay. We're all different, and that's what makes us beautiful and unique. It means that we have different capabilities, we have different intelligences, we have different sensitivities or levels of sensitivities. But it doesn't mean that we can't talk about it. What's wrong with talking about it? Every time I get into an argument, I'm just like, can't we just talk about it? Like I said earlier, this is something I firmly agree with. At the end of the day, I can be mad. Say someone cuts me off, like I'm talking, right? Having a conversation, and someone cuts me off mid-statement. That's disrespectful. Don't do that. I'm in the middle of a thought. I'm not saying you can't share yours. You're entitled to share your own thoughts, but let me finish mine first. Have that courtesy to listen to what I'm saying, because when I'm done, I'm gonna give my full attention to you. So why can't I expect that from you? What makes you better than me? We're both human, and we both have the capability to feel, and we're all going to die. We both have that in common. We're the same species. So what makes you more important than me? What gives you more significance? And it's not me being like accusatory. It's just me opening the conversation. If you believe out there that you're more important than me because of whatever reason, and I'm not shaming you, I'm just curious, why do you think you're better than me? I really want to know. I'm not going to make you feel bad. I promise. I promise. I just want to talk about it. And if I do make you feel bad, like in advance, I'm so sorry. And you can even call me out. You can cancel me if I hurt your feelings, because I'm promising you right now, my intention is not to make you feel small. It's not for me to make you feel like I'm better than you or smarter than you. I just want to understand how other humans feel. I want to learn the connections. I want to see what we have in common. That's just me. If you're not comfortable, I'll respect that. Just let me know. I won't be mad if you say, hey, I understand what you're trying to do, but I'm not interested. I'll respect it. But if you are, yay, tell me. Like, I want to talk about it. I want to be with people that want to talk about what I'm interested in. And if not, that's okay. Just tell me. We can talk about something else. I can talk about, like, I'm a big basketball fan. I know about NBA. I work with MSG, like the company. So I took my dad to the quarterfinals with the Knicks and the Hawks, and we saw them lose. Oh, God. I can talk about sports. I can talk about how now I'm learning how a motherboard, like what a motherboard is. One, my boyfriend is building a PC. I know what a motherboard is. I know what did he say? A graphics chip, I think that was called. A graphics chip is. I know what the processor is. I know where they all go on the mothership. Like stuff like that. We can talk about anything. But if you're someone that Like, we can talk about music, we can talk about R&B, we can talk about salsa, we can talk about dancing. I grew up in a predominantly Mexican neighborhood. Like, I grew up in Borough Park, but a bunch of Mexicans lived around me. I lived with Mexicans. My last name is Santiago. I'm Filipino, but I'm Asian. But I grew up with Mexican culture, so I grew up with that. I took that in. That's something I learned. I know how to dance Latin dance. And yes, I'm Asian. Yes, I'm Filipino. I'll say I'm Asian. I'll say I'm Filipino, but that doesn't mean I don't know how to dance. And I'll show you. Again, tell me if you want to see a video. I'll post a video of me dancing salsa. You can tell me I'm bad. You can tell me I'm good. I'll still dance regardless of what you say because it makes me happy. And I'll do the same for you. I'm never going to make you feel bad for pursuing your passion because I know what it feels like to put my all into something I love. It feels good. So if it makes you feel good, go ahead. I'm encouraging you. I'm never going to tell you to stop because I don't like doing it. I'm not into processors. I'm not into motherboards. My boyfriend is. But you see how I'm excited about it? I'm excited about it for him. I'm not going to do it, but I was interested in knowing because, like, that's interesting. I don't know about that. Let me keep an open mind. And then when I talk about stuff like this, like, he's still learning. He's not really open, and I respect that. Last night, he was just like, I'm tired. Can I go to sleep? I'm like, yeah, that's fine. I'll try to talk about it later, but if you don't want to talk about it, just let me know. That's okay. I'll find the people that want to, and that's no hate. We can talk about the motherboard, and I'll be so excited about it. I told you, I know where everything is. And his has lights and everything. I'm excited to see it. I guess I want to end this video saying, we're all humans. I'm a human. Hi. My name is Tiffany. I'm a human. And I know if you're watching this, you're a human too. And I want to know what it's like, what the human experience is like for you. Because obviously my experience is different from yours. I don't know. Maybe there is another Tiffany with 2 E's who's Filipino, who's the youngest in her whole family, who grew up with a dog, who has a boyfriend, who didn't have their own room until they were 20. How old am I? 23 years old. Like, maybe there is someone else. If so, I want to know about it. Tell me, hit me up. I want to be your friend. And I mean that genuinely. Like, if you know me, like, vouch for me, please. I'm sorry. If you know me and we've been friends in the past and we lost connections, or I stopped talking to you, or I was mean to you. I know in middle school I wasn't the nicest. I know a bunch of guys I was rude to just because I wasn't interested in them. I'm sorry for making you feel like you weren't enough. And I'm sorry I made you feel ugly. If that's how you felt, which I believe so. If not, you can say I'm wrong. Hit me up again. I'm not here for views. I'm here for connection. I'm here for connection. And if you don't like this video, click off. I think I'm going to start with this video. If you're not here to have a conversation with me, that's going to make your brain tickle. That's going to make you think. Really, if you're not here to be ready to think, maybe even think outside the scope of what you thought you could, expanding your mind. If you're not ready to expand your mind, if you don't want to right now at this very moment, click off this video and I'll understand. I won't be mad at you. I'm telling you, like, hands here. I'm not crossing my fingers. I'm not lying to you. I won't be mad at you. I promise. But I'm just trying to find the people that are like me and are trying to find that human connection and are trying to find their purpose and why they're here. I've been struggling for so long. And I've been depressed and I've been anxious. I've been going to therapy. I have a psychiatrist. And I used to have that, like, oh my gosh, you go to a therapist, you're crazy. But she's basically someone, like, if I'm having a hard time understanding my emotions and I feel so angry and I feel like I can't explain it. Like, I go to her and she kind of helps me understand it. She can give me advice if I ask it, but she just makes things clearer for me. And we have multiple sessions if something still isn't clear. I'm like, can we still talk about it next week? She's like, yeah, we can talk about it for as long as you want. And that's what therapy is for me. You can be open to it, and I'm happy you are. And if not, if you're not ready, and if you don't want to, if you're genuinely not interested, that's okay too. Again, I'm just here to find people who want to talk, who want to have this conversation with me, who want to be open. I want to create this place of no hate. I'm coming into it without judgment. Regardless of who you are, regardless of your past, this time right now, if you want to change who you are, if you decide you want to be good, whatever you decide that is, you can decide right now. Like, who says you can't? You can change right now. And if right now you're deciding, after listening to me, you know what? I am not my past. I am not the things that I've done. I'm not the things that I've said. Those are things that I did. Those are things that I said, past tense. But right now I'm choosing to be different. I don't want to be that person that said those things. It doesn't make me feel good that I said those things. So I want to change right now because it makes me feel bad that I made someone else feel bad. I don't really mean the things I said. I didn't mean to call that guy ugly. I just wasn't interested in him. I should have just said that, right? I'll own up to it. If you're not ready, that's okay. I'm just trying to find the people that are ready to talk about it because I am. And the world is so big and we have social media. So I can talk to people that are in, I don't know, Switzerland. Hi. This is the first video you're seeing of someone in the United States. Hello, my name is Tiffany. I'll try to say hello in as many languages as I know. Hello, bonjour, hola, hi. I think guten tag, konnichiwa, thank you, arigato. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna end it at arigato. If that means thank you, salamat po. Po in Tagalog language, they have it on a bunch of languages, but we add the po, po at the end. The same reason my name says Ate Tiffany. That doesn't say 8. That doesn't say 8. It's Ate Tiffany. If you didn't know how to pronounce it. If you got this far in the video, that's how you pronounce it. Ate Tiffany. Ate means big sister. So I call, if you heard my Ate Kim, my Ate Michelle, they're my older, like, it's just a way for me to show respect. Like, I'm never gonna call Ate Kim Kimberly. Ew, it doesn't sound right. It's disrespectful for me, and you can decide it's not for you. That's just my morals. You can agree, you cannot. Regardless, I'm still gonna do it if you disagree because I believe it's right, so I'm gonna do it. You don't have to. I'm not gonna make you, but I will because I want to. Ate Kim, Ate Michelle. That's why I'm Ate Tiff, because I go to them for advice, and I want you guys, like, I feel like I've become an ate, and I want to be the ate for you guys. So just, I want to be that person that you can talk to about the hard stuff. Like, I'm here, I'm open, I'm never gonna judge you, I'm never gonna feel bad. Like, I want to be that cool aunt for you, that cool friend, that cool, like, my sister's older friend that's always there to talk about the hard stuff that I don't even know how to begin talking about, but I can start. Like, I'm not scared to start. I don't want people to be scared to talk to me. I want them to be encouraged to talk to me. That's why I name my thing my account, my channel. I'm gonna name my channel Ate Tiffany. Oh yeah, what was I saying? Salamat po, and like ate. Po is used for respect, and it can mean just for, usually it's meant when you're talking to an elder. So whoever you are, regardless of your age, regardless of your religion, your race, your gender, if you don't identify with anything, just any being out there, I'm extending my respect. Hands are free. I mean this with an open heart, open mind. I am extending my respect to you. Salamat po. Thank you for, if you got to the end of the video, thank you, hello, thank you for thank you for being open to what I have to say. Thank you for letting me yap. I'm a yapper, but just thank you. And I have so many things to talk about. But if you like what I have to talk about, if you're one of the people that I'm looking for, please comment down below. Things like anything, questions, comments. I want to be able to start discourse. I want to be able to be a part of a discourse, start a conversation about hard things, about, well, not even hard, just complex ideas that people don't really want to tackle because it's a lot. Because sometimes it's a lot. Just comment down below. And just, if you agree with the things I say you agree. If you don't agree, tell me. I want to know why. Like, I want to be able to talk to you about it. I'll address a bunch of your comments in the next video too. Like, we're friends. I'm using this as a way to connect. I'm not here for fame. I'm not here for clout. I'm not here for money. I just want to meet more people because I can. Because I can. And because you can too.